let's try and see where the theme is for different areas of your life, starting in with romance, potentially, just to have a look and see. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, what's coming in for romance? What's coming in for romance for the Virgos? Okay. Wow, soulmating. How exciting, Virgo. That is absolutely beautiful to see. I wanted to mention that in the general. I mean, you've got the Star card here with the High Priestess. I mean, if that doesn't send you a soulmate, I don't know what does. Absolutely fantastic to see. Knight of Pentacles. Some of you are going steady with a soulmate, or there might be a fellow earth sign, a fellow Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn that is your soulmate here. Soulmate means you're meeting someone new, or you're going steady with them. Now, the newness was the Ace of Pentacles, because that's the new offer I was seeing. I was sure it had something to do with work or commerce or money-making opportunities, but obviously this is the universe telling us that you've got a potential soulmate coming in, so congratulations. Now the Knight of Pentacles almost symbolizes that this person will be coming in very slowly, Virgo, or by the time the two of you get together in a relationship will happen very slowly. The beautiful number 7 is here because 3 and the 4 make 7, which is all about synchronicity. It's a spiritual awakening, it's wisdom, it's pursuit of truth and depth and meaning of life. Some of you, it's almost like there's signs that things will happen very slowly between the two of you. This isn't an overnight relationship. You won't feel like a soulmate straight away, by no means. It's almost like things will happen very, very slowly. But what I love here is these beautiful yellows and oranges. Although these almost looks like a tinge of red. So there will be a lot of passion and infatuation between the two of you. But I feel like your path will be lightened slowly. Okay, the Sun card. As I mentioned, it is quite a youthful, a creative energy. So this person could be quite youthful, quite energetic, could possibly even have children, be very maternal or paternal. They've got a very warm, engaging energy about them, so they could be uber friendly. A lot of emotions here shows that this person will fall in love with you, Virgo, and vice versa. Soulmating says that you are encountering a soulmate, or you are currently dealing with a soulmate, or a soulmate is going to help illuminate your path. Remember I mentioned the Star card here, finding guidance, wisdom through spirituality. I actually feel like a lot of you are encountering a soulmate, so someone that has to help you on your spiritual journey. They're going to help reveal something to you. Now, this could be life lessons, I think, for some of you Virgos, but they're going to help reveal something. Okay, it's synchronicity. Synchronous events, circumstances, angelic numbers, illumination. Things will be synchronous around yourself and this person. So you'll start to receive the signs. It's all about illumination. So things will be lit up. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is in a sense where physically when this person talks, their eyes light up, or signs that you're on the right path here. You know, things will come into the light here for you. So this is coming out of darkness and clouded vision, Virgo. Very, very beautiful energy. You'll sense there's emotional sensing around this person. And for some of you, it is someone new. For others, you might be receiving signs. You might be actually meeting this person through career. I feel like soulmates could be coming into your career maybe, and then it turns romantic, and then there's a reveal of the emotions, and suddenly things go from being professional to more romantic. But for some of you, it's actually someone brand new, because you have the Ace of Pentacles and you've got the Nine of Cups, which is wishing for a new beginning, wishing for a very strong connection here. Now, the soulmate card has a lot of blues, and you did have Piscean energy along with the Aquarian water bearer here. So this person could have quite a prominent water placement somewhere in their chart, in particular Pisces energy, Scorpio, or a Cancer as well. So I do believe this has something to do with wish fulfillment. There's something about flocking to this person here, becoming more closer to them, something drawing closer to you and them. Because the Nine of Cups, you can see that the fish are swimming, and its merman is making a beautiful deep wish here. And it's like all these fishes are listening, all these fishes are flowing around him because they know. It's almost magical to watch. you know, and it's someone that's going to fulfill you in a lot of ways, and emotion will just flow. But I feel like it'll come slowly. Okay, this person isn't, it's not going to be like an overnight fling. I think you might have already known this person, there might be familiarity around them, but things will, it's almost like the universe is telling us that things will occur very, very slowly with this person, and that's how you know you're soulmating. The Star card here, some of you are destined to meet a soulmate possibly through online connections. I did mention the Star card is prominence. It could be you might be being introduced through an Aquarian maybe. It could be through media. It could be through social media. It could be through film. It might even be someone famous here, Virgo, someone that's in the public eye. Maybe they've done interviews before. Maybe, you know, they're on Wikipedia, IMDb, they're online, they're facing... you know, they're prominent maybe in their career. They've had a journal article written about them, or they've written a journal article. I feel like their name is attached to something. You're soulmating with this person here, and they're going to give you a lot of introspection. That's why I think this connection is so valuable here, because the High Priestess is all about you know, revealing those major milestones in our life. I do sense children around this person. Or you having children with them, planning children, or joining or merging families if you already have children of your own. It's like a family unit, because the Sun card is children, creativity, youthfulness, but the High Priestess is seen as pregnant here. So they either work with children, they love being surrounded by children, or they already have children from a previous relationship or connection as well here, Virgo. And again, like I mentioned, that owl, the owl sees everything, knows everything. And I feel like for some of you, this person, you've seen them before somewhere. You've crossed paths with them maybe. I don't think it's a past life. I think it points to this life, Virgo. I feel like you've come across this person before. I do. And others, it's just confirmation here that I think if you've fallen pregnant to someone, or you've gotten someone pregnant here, that this person is your soulmate. For some reason, I'm seeing that children are destined to be in some sort of connection here between you and this person. You know, prayer and meditation as well. I almost feel like for some of you, you might be praying to receive some sort of validation that this person is your true soulmate. You can see this sword here in the heart. Not sure if you can see that very well, Virgo, but there's a sword, sort of like the Ace of Swords, and it fights for truth, it fights for justice. Okay, so I feel like for those that have been encountering a somewhat rocky phase in their relationships, I feel like the truth will come out. There's a sword here, which is valiance. It's valiant. It's courage. And you know, the full blossoming of the flower here shows, I feel like a full blossoming of emotions is happening here in a relationship. So that's really beautiful to see. Let's move on to your career, Virgo, and see what's happening here in career. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, career. I sort of want to take this one out. That's standing out to me. Okay, soul name, new beginnings in careers, definitely happening here. You've got the number 1. This is all about self-identity and persona. As is the Sun card, you know, we identify ourselves with our Sun energy. So I feel like there's an emphasis on your persona, on your skills. You might be embarking on a journey of learning here, because that children that sort of came up in the journal could point to learning, absorbing, developing, or growth. So some of you are, you're actually choosing a new career path here. I feel like something will be illuminated, and I did mention the Sun illuminating your career or your finance sector. There's possibly a new income path coming in for some of you. It's something that will be revealed to you, or something you've already had your eye on. And I feel like with the Sun card, it could be a fire sign, or a child that inspires you. You know, you might find inspiration in children or from your youth. And I did mention childhood dreams. Okay, so for some of you, you might be pursuing something you wanted to do when you were younger. Okay, when you were maybe in a state of innocence, like an infant or an adolescent or a teenager or just a young adult. So there might be childhood dreams that will be resurfaced for some of you, because it is your soul calling. The soul name is all about giving ourselves an identity, giving something substance. And I think this points for a lot of you, it points to your forte or something that you would naturally be very drawn to. Remember I said that illumination, something that you'll naturally flock to, you'll naturally take to very, very well, Virgo. So I think for a lot of you, there's a new career path coming up here, or possibly even a new job. Could be connected to finances, working with children, looking after family wealth, family estates, assets to do with families, like if you work at like a car dealership, for example, or community housing or real estate. Online connections here as well with the star card, so online businesses happening, strong solid foundations. There could be a new property coming in for some of you with this stone establishment here. It could be something that's erected, okay? It could be like a sign. You might see a sign that says, you know, studio for lease. It could be a new commercial office you might be moving to. It could be working from home. It could be setting yourself up, working from home, working online, but then setting yourself up here, and that'll be that new money-making opportunity that I sort of mentioned still has to be molded, Virgo. So there's still a few tweaks and changes you may have to make. You know, I did mention those iguanas sort of protecting, you know, these branches, and the iguanas protecting the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be something to do with registering your business, protecting your business name, adding terms and conditions to your website. It could be things like this for copyright protection, legal protection, or something that you're still keeping under wraps until you reveal it, until you do the big reveal. I like that there's wish fulfillment coming in, and that's why I think it's connected to childhood dreams. You know, the number one is leadership, but it's also very masculine energy, okay? Because the number one is represented by Aries, which is represented by the sun. The sun is masculine, the moon is feminine. So some of you might have someone like a male figure around you that may help you build or create or lay the foundations for this new opportunity, or give you some sort of guidance here. It could be a male friend, it could be a male colleague, it might be a male business developer, a financial consultant, a guru you may follow. You know, your source of inspiration may be someone you follow online that has built their own empire. And in fact, I feel like you're emulating this person a lot, and so be it. If they're helping you get inspired, you know, the star card here, if their fame, their wealth, their achievements, you know, if you can see that they genuinely have passion in what they're doing, and that's your source of inspiration, Virgo, then absolutely, you know, we all need motivation, we all need inspiration. So if this is what you find resonates with you, Virgo, then absolutely 110% pursue that as much as you can. But it could point to leadership here as well, okay? Becoming a leader, really guiding, okay? Stepping up, standing out from the crowd here as well. So if you're working in a team environment, I feel like individually your skills are coming through, or someone might single you out here in the workplace. It could be a boss, remote leadership, okay? It could be like a male manager that sort of singles you out and makes an example of you because of something you've done or achieved, or worked through, or accomplished, or found out about, or researched. You know, I feel like someone might single you out and mention you and try to make an example out of you, or you know, sort of put you on a pedestal here, Virgo, so that others too can emulate your behavior, you know, your motivation, your contributions, etc. Because the star card is here in Aquarius energy. It's all about prominence, okay? It's being out there in the public eye, being out there for other people to respect and admire you as well. It could be an Aquarius connected to you here as well. Some of you might be finding a new identity if you are seeking fame, if you're wanting to break through in something, Virgo. This is the recognition, so fame, a breakthrough, becoming famous, becoming well known, having your name attached to something, you know, your piece of work getting out there here as well. So that's very nice. And like I said, that High Priestess is the holder of major, you know, she's the Delphi Oracle, she's the Egyptian priestess, she is the seer, you know, she is whatever you want to call her. She's guided by intuition. She's very powerful, for she glimpses and sees things that are yet to happen for you here. So some of you might be getting a new glimpse into the future, into your future career or business, with the High Priestess here. But it's also new ideas. Okay, it's I don't know if it's new ideas working with children, or again your children or someone else's children might inspire you, or your childhood dreams are inspiring you. They're giving you momentum here, Virgo. But it could also be that you're in a period of observing, okay, observing the growth of this ace, because the owl observes, sees everything, knows everything. Very intelligent, very clever, very attention to detail, I think, is very, very important to you. So it's dotting the I's and crossing the T's, especially with new ideas. So I think there's a lot of inspiration around you, which is really nice to see. You could potentially face a collaboration or someone that's quite like-minded to you, because I feel like these stone pillars look like the number 11, and 11 actually makes 2, which would be that yin and yang energy. It's a counterpart already. There could be a potential partnership happening in the future. You might actually progress to the next stage as well, but there might be a potential business collaboration or a partnership that might come from this month. So I will leave it at that though, Virgo.